Today we're going to do a couple of fun activities to help you to remember. Ethan, Mark asked if you can do that. Thank you. We're going to do a couple activities to help you to remember what types of triangles they are. Okay?
Leave one on. Mark, put one on.
Oh.
There you go. That's good. Thank you, Mark. So, Mrs. Page is here again today. She's so graciously helping us out since Mrs. Weinberger isn't here again. So, she is going to work with you over here at this table. We're going to split into two groups today. So, each group will have a chance to do different activities, okay? With Mrs. Page's group, you guys are going to classify classify triangles based on their angles. So you guys are going to work on these three angles: acute, obtuse, and right. So let me show you what you're going to do. You're going to have a geoboard like this one, okay? We go on this side.
Oh, that is cool.
And here's what you're going to do.
Get it.
Have you all used these rubber bands before?
Yeah.
They might be kind of old.
Yeah.
So, do we fling the rubber bands at each other?
No.
What happens if that
You
is
could
a
hit
choice you
somebody
make?
You could hit somebody in the eye. Somebody in the eye.
Okay, so we're not going to do that because we don't want to hurt our friends or ourselves. Okay? So you're going to only use them on the geoboards. Please be careful not to snap your own fingers, okay? So Mrs. Page is going to tell you what type of angle you're going to make with your rubber band. So for example, if she tells you to make a right triangle, you're going to put your rubber band on the board, and it can be whatever size you want. I'm making a big one. Oops. And she's going to tell you if you've made it correctly. Is that a right triangle?
Yes. Can we
Okay,
use
so
even
once-
more rubber bands?
One second, Ethan. Once you've made your triangle correctly, then you are going to use your paper that she's going to give you, and see how it's divided into three boxes?
Yeah.
You're going to use a colored pencil to draw your right triangle, making sure that you have a 90-degree angle. Remember, you put that little box in the corner to show it's a right triangle. Okay? On the top, you're going to write
Right triangle.
right. You can write right or right triangle, whatever you prefer. Okay? She's going to give you colored pencils to make different colors for each triangle that you draw. Okay?
Oh, like those?
Do you have any questions on what you're going to do with Mrs. Page?
Like, can you use more than one rubber band?
Well, I would like for you to just take one rubber band to make the triangle, and then use the same one each time, because
Until it breaks.
you don't need it to break. It just happened to break with me. Because Mrs. Page is not going to let you move on to the next triangle until you're done with this one. Okay? And then, Haley, did you have a question about this?
What
Yes.
if we can't really draw?
You do the best you can. Okay?
It looks hard. It looks a little bit easy, like a lot easy, but it's hard to draw.
Let me ask you a question. Can I make a right triangle like this?
Yeah.
What happens if you move the triangle? Is it
It's
still
all-
the same triangle?
Yes. No.
Is this still an isosceles triangle?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
If I just flip it to the side?
Yes.
What about if I flip it over?
It's an ice cream cone. It's an ice cream cone.
Yeah, it's still an isosceles triangle. What if I move it over here?
Yes.
What if I turn it around?
Yes.
It's it's still an isosceles triangle. Okay?
Everywhere you go.
So try to make it different than what you see up here. If you can see that it's going straight up and down, try to make it a different way, on its side or upside down, and see how many of those you can make with your geoboard. Okay? Okay. The group that will be working with me, we're going to work on classifying triangles based on their sides. So we're going to do scalene, isosceles, and equilateral triangles. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is using these straws that I've cut into different sizes. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of one, and then we'll break into groups.
That is really cool.
So how many sides are there in a triangle?
3.
3. So I'm going to get 3 pink straws because all these are cut the same size. Remember, equilateral triangles have same sizes for their sides. And then on my paper, I'm going to tape each one down. Now, if you notice on the triangles up here, are there any lines that are open?
No.
No, none of them are open. So they have to be connected at the top and on each side.
Hey, it looks like you created a triangle. If you,
That's what we're doing. We're creating triangles.
I mean, like on the tape.
Oh, on the tape?
Yeah,
it's just upside down.
Okay, so I'll help you with the tape. I'll hand the pieces to you.
Now it looks like a boomerang.
And you guys put them on your paper. Okay? Once you have it on your paper, you're going to write the name of it underneath.
Pick a color pencil or pencil.
A regular pencil is fine. So each color straws are going to be different types of triangles based on the sides. Okay?
Different colors.
It looks like
one
you made a
different each
Y
color?
with the tape.
Yep.
Yeah.
What, Devin?
Can we pick one different kind of color and still use different colors?
We're going to all do the same type of triangle first together.
Oh, and then
We'll move on to the next one. So we don't get confused.
Are we doing
Okay?
all the colors with different kinds of shapes?
I want to be on this one.
You're going to start with equilateral, which are pink. And then we'll do isosceles, which are purple. And then we'll do scalene, which are green.
So we're using all
All 3. Okay? Now we have about 10 minutes to work in our first group. After the 10 minutes is over, we'll switch groups. So you'll all have a chance to do both things. Okay?
I wish we could bring them home.
Now before we switch into groups, after we do,
Can we bring those home?
you are going to keep them here just for a couple of days so we can use them to work on other activities with triangles, and then you can take them home after that.
Oh, like
Okay.
okay.
Like when you do your homework, you can take them home with you if you want, or you can keep them here.
Either way.
So after we do groups, we're going to come back together again so we could do a quick little worksheet on perimeter, okay? So this is the perimeter worksheet. So we're going to, remember some of you have learned perimeter already with rectangles? Today we're going to do perimeter with triangles. Remember, we're just adding the sides together to find the total, okay? So we'll do that after we're all done with our groups, okay? So we'll try to go quickly so you guys can go to your games later, all right? Okay, so let me tell you who's in the first group with Mrs. Page, okay? With Mrs. Page, we're going to have Ivy, Haley, Ethan, Ian, and Chad, okay? In the second group back here with me, you're going to be